Hi
Hi
everyone,
everyone,
I am GK
I'm Kate.
and together we are
Rolling
Rolling
Feet.
Feet. So we recently went to Bali and in this video we'll tell you all about Indonesia Bali visa that you get on arrival at Bali airport. We'll be also answering following questions for you. The first one, which is the important one, is the documents that you require for your visa on arrival at Bali airport.
Second one, how much Bali visa will cost you. Third, our step-by-step process which we followed at Bali airport because Bali was our port of entry when we visited Indonesia. So you will also have more or less same visa on arrival process when you visit any other place in Indonesia.
And at the end of the video, we'll also share some handy tips that we actually followed to get a visa on arrival at Bali airport, which was stress-free.
But before that, please subscribe to our channel as an encouragement to us.
Now answering the first question, which is what are the documents that are required? You need two mandatory documents. The first one is a valid passport that has at least 6 months validity, and it should also have minimum of 2 blank pages in your passport. And then the second mandatory document is your fully vaccinated COVID certificate. Apart from these two documents, you would also need to carry your flight tickets, your hotel accommodation proof, and third one would be your bank statement, just to tell them if you are able to fund your vacation in Bali as a tourist. So yeah, all these are the only documents that you would require for a smooth immigration process at Bali.
Now coming to second question, which was regarding Bali visa cost. So Bali visa will cost you $35 and the rate in different currencies is shown here. We used our travel card for visa payment. However, both cash and card payments are accepted.
So now here comes the step-by-step process that we followed at Bali airport. Once we deboarded the plane, the first thing what we saw was that official asked us to download a health app, which is equivalent to Arogya Setu app that we have in India. However, due to airport's poor Wi-Fi, we could not download the app, and official told us that okay, we can do it later when we go at the hotel. So looks like it was not a mandatory process. Post this, we went to a counter that was COVID vaccination certificate check counter, you can say, where they were checking our COVID certificate. Post that check, they sent us to the visa payment counter where we had to pay our visa fee. As we said, that we chose to pay it via our travel card. Once the payment was done, we collected our visa payment receipt, and then we moved to the immigration counter.
So after completing the payment, we went to immigration counter where officials asked us about our passport. We shared our passport and he asked us to scan the fingerprints. However, he didn't ask us any other document, but what we saw that there were some other officials who were asking for documents from other tourists. So hence in the beginning of the video, we recommended you guys to keep some documents handy for your smooth process. So we provided our fingerprint scan, he stamped on our visa and we got 30-day tourist visa for Indonesia, and then we were out.
One more process was left. After we got the visa, then we had to go through the customs, which is the normal process like any international airport. You have to fill up a custom declaration form, give it to the custom counter, and at random they might ask you to scan your bags, etc. For us, it was not asked for us to scan the bag. We just simply got our bag and then we went out of the airport into the Bali for our next 2 weeks vacation in Bali.
Oh, Gunjan, but we forgot to talk about handy tips,
yes.
which we said that we will share with you for your smooth process. So the first tip which we would like to share is that do keep exact amount of currency for your visa payment or use card, because whenever you pay additional amount, you will get the balance in Indonesian and rupiah, and exchange rates at airports are not that great. And I think that's a general thumb rule which we follow, that we never exchange our currency at airport because you never get good rates, and hence we are recommending, and the way we used our travel card, we are recommending the same for you. Either use your card or keep the exact amount of currency for your visa payment. Second tip
number 2 then, at the immigration counter you will find there will be many counters, not one or two. So just observe which counter is moving faster, because we got into a queue that was very slow, and around after 5 minutes, we realized that okay, the other counter were moving much faster. So we quickly jumped the queue to that counter, and within like 15 minutes flat, we were out of that immigration process with a valid visa.
Just to add on there, so that's a silly thing which we do whenever we go anywhere. We look at the queues and we look at the officials mapped to those queues. Wherever we see the number of officials are more, we generally join that queue. It's a silly thing, but that actually helps us many times. And this time also we got our Indonesian visa in 30 minutes just by changing the queue and looking at how officials are mapped to them. So silly one, but helps us.
So this was essentially the whole process of getting a visa on arrival in Bali. Do let us know in comments if you have any other further questions that you might would want to ask, or also if you want us to cover anything else in our Bali series, which we'll be posting very soon. So stay tuned for that, and do like this video if it was really useful, and not forget to subscribe.